Good morning, day. Coffee Cup Chronicle. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Ah! Good morning. Coffee Cup Chronicle day 126, I believe. New York Central. This is an old steam train, kind of like me. Old steam train. Mustache is all messed up. Glasses are still on. I don't like the glare in the camera. I'm old hat. Haven't figured that out yet. I wear comfy t-shirts, as my daughter-in-law would call it. It's no longer new and pristine. And camo is my color. It's funny because I talk to folks all the time, and my kids are the ones who pick on me about, stuff like that. That's okay. I love my daughter-in-law, Sharon. Yeah, you wear them comfy. Yes, I do. Absolutely. Wow. So anyway, good morning. I'm finding out that I don't have 200 plus coffee cups. I have 126 plus. I don't know how many more I've really got. Some of them are going to be repeats here shortly. Like I found out I've got 3 from Seattle. I've got 4 McDonald's cups. And I remember why I bought those. Used to be that if you had a ceramic McDonald's cup, you could go into McDonald's and they give you free coffee. I don't know if they still honor that. I am going to try it. But anyway, let me tell you about trains, planes, and automobiles. If I could have any car of my choice, it would be a 56 Chevy. I had a 64 Chevelle SS convertible. Dummy. I bought that car for $500 here in 1981 in Buffalo, and in 83 I sold it for $1,000 when I left. Don't I wish I kept that car. 283 automatic. Oh my gosh, it went. I can still remember going down the New York State Thruway. I won't tell you how fast. But let me tell you about my coffee cup. So we're coming to the end of Coffee Cup Chronicles. I've probably got another 5, 10 maybe. 15 would be a stretch. I have a couple more I want to do on location. They're coming up shortly. It's the day before Memorial Day. Let me tell you something. For those of you that are watching this morning, Sunday, the day before Memorial Day 2021, please remember what Memorial Day is for. It's to memory. Memorial Day. It's to honor those who have passed, keeping us free. Now, us as Americans, we've always been free. Well, guess what? We've been free because of all those who have passed on during war times. Ken Burns, filmmaker for PBS, or sells them to PBS. He did an excellent series on war. Please, let me expand on that for a minute. So, we had steam trains around for, I don't know exactly, 80 years from the first time the one started, the Iron Horse, as the Indians would call it. I've never seen a steam train pull a passenger train except at a tourist train like Arcade and the Attica Railroad, Durango Silverton, Toluc in New Mexico. I've ridden about 15 or 18 different steam trains, and they're really cool. The steam, there's the soot, the quickety quack of the railroad track. For you youngins, any younger than my children, or my children's age and younger, my grandkids, great-grandkids now. I have one. Hi, Katie Glenn. I'm your great-grandpa. I'm Grandpa Go-Go. You guys need to take pictures of what's going on in your life now. I still say and predict that in my grandkids' time, at least, at best, my great-grandchild's time, you will have things like Star Trek. You will have probably everything but a food replicator. This is a joke. This didn't exist when I was a child. This phone, this means of recording didn't exist when I was a kid. Somebody's got to explain to me why for 4,000 or 5,000 years man couldn't get off the ground. Then all of a sudden, 1903, we went flying, and in what was it, 1969, we landed a man on the moon. Now we have little gadgets and little whirly birds up there on Mars. Just crazy. Just, you guys, you got to think into the future. You're in the present, but think into the future. Think about what's going to happen. If you can think it, they'll make it. Trust me. I mean, I when I was having my chemo, they couldn't find my vein. They brought this machine over. It was about that, the bar was about that wide, and put it over my arm and lit my arm up and lit all my veins up. I just looked over at my daughter Jennifer and went, Star Trek. See, because I used to have that flip phone, and I could flip it open with my thumb, and I go, beam me up, Scotty. Because that was Captain Kirk's communicator when Jen was born in 1974. So what's that got to do with steam trains, Don? New York Central. My little brother and I, younger brother and I, we used to go over and play on the New York Central Railroad tracks. That's back when every railroad had different tracks. There was a double set for New York Central. There was the Erie-Lackawanna. And I'm trying to remember the third. Lehigh Valley. And they were a little bit of distance in between, but we used to go over and play on the railroad tracks, and we used to go over and play on a railroad. And my bird is wanting something to. Oh, Clyde over here. Clyde, here you go. Go on up. Yeah, he's gonna go up and sit. But anyway, now we don't want to speed. We have trains going over 200 miles an hour. Not here in the United States, but they exist. And I'm old hat. I got my hair long. It's because I couldn't do it while I was working. I'm an old hippie. Wannabe. Cherokee wannabe. Oh, yeah. I know it's Sunday morning, and I'm rambling a little bit, but it's not just about the coffee cups anymore. It's about life in general. And I may go from Coffee Cup Chronicles to live sunrise shots over here in the woods. And I call it the woods. They call it a hedgerow. It's really a bunch of trees. It's about probably 100 foot wide and runs from the front road all the way back into the woods a half mile back. And all the critters hang out. But on the far side is where the sun's coming up, and I look over the adjacent field, adjacent property. And I've done a few sunrises live on Facebook. I've had to record these and put them on YouTube and then put the link on Facebook because they were too long for Facebook. They were taking too long to download. So anyway, wow, we're no more music. Hang on. Hey, Google. All right. And I've actually advanced. I got Google. Google gives me lots of answers. Folks, when I was a kid, there were 4 channels, ABC, NBC, CBS, and PBS. That was it. There was no clicker. Donnie, would you get up and change the channel for me, please? My dad come home from work. He was tired, drinking a cup of coffee, watching the news. We'd change the channel. So Enjoy what you have today. Look for the future. But also remember that poem that I have called Today. Again, if you guys, anybody wants a copy, get a hold of me. Make comments on here. Make comments down below about the Coffee Cup Chronicles or about anything. That's the way to get a hold of me. Coffee Cup Chronicle, day 126, New York Central Railroad. Clyde's begging again. I got my bagel over here. I haven't eaten. He's a good boy. Watch him, see. Okay, go up top. That's what that blanket's for, folks. So he can sit up there and have breakfast with Dad. Thank you all for watching Coffee Cup Chronicles. Again, not sure exactly how many more will be. I don't know, maybe another 5 or 8, maybe 10. And then we'll see what goes from there. Y'all have a great day. Again, please remember Memorial Day on Monday. Go to a graveyard service somewhere where there's veterans and pay your respects, because if it wasn't for them, we'd be speaking German, or we'd be speaking Japanese, or we would not be free like we are. I know that we're not as free as we thought we were. Thank you, pandemic. But on the other hand, you can go from town to town or city to state, and you can go places without having permission. That's part of it. Just part of it. Love you guys for watching. Make your comments below. Coffee Cup Chronicles, day 126. I got to smile and look good because it gives me the goofiest pictures when I try to load these. Have a good day.